What's going on, guys? Destiny here today, bringing a video. What we're going to be talking about in today's video is basically are gaming accessories needed if you want to be a competitive gamer, whatever you like to do. But before we talk about that, we're going to talk about that in the gameplay. Let's vote random real quick. Before we talk about that, I want to show you my class setups that I like to use in competitive and or public match. So these are all the classes I use for ranked. Here, the first class, I probably won't go through them all, but we got the Bal 27 with 4 grip stock and quick draw grip with lightweight toughness and blast suppressor. I am also supposed to be adding, not that. Supposed to be adding fast hands, but that's at level 43. Classes that I don't have a perk to, they probably should have fast hands on them. And I'm running Exo Overclock and Stun Grenades. These are like for my hardpoint classes when I don't feel like using the SMG or the ASM one. I use that, and we're gonna go to ASM one. This is the same class, but with quick draw, advanced rifling, and quick draw grip, and it's got the same stuff. It should have fast hands. It's basically the same thing as the Bal, but a submachine gun. So when I feel like rushing them, I can use that. For instance, for this map, I might or I might not. I'll try to show you in the game what class that I also like to use. So, are gaming accessories needed? This is like the class I like to use because it has a red dot. I like the red dot, but we're gonna use that. Are gaming accessories needed for what you want to do? And my opinion, I'm not sponsored by anyone that I'm listing. But what I say is that if you want to be a competitive gamer, like a Call of Duty gamer, mainly just for Call of Duty, some gaming accessories are kind of needed because other players have them and they have the advantage over you. But of course, if money's not your thing, that you don't have enough money for, you just can't afford it, definitely that's going to be hard. But because some of these things are really pricey. The first thing that I wanted to talk about was a Scuf controller. And I've had a Scuf 360, and for me, it helped a lot. It's really good because of the paddles on the back. If you don't know what a Scuf controller is, basically you can just look it up by going to scufgaming.com. And we're going to switch to this. It basically has these thing called paddles on the back of your controller. So you don't have to take your thumbs off of the thumbsticks. And basically, you have the advantage over players that do. So that's what a Scuf does, usually. And I like them that you can also add trigger stops, which to me aren't effective on the Xbox One or the 360 for Advanced Warfare, just because there's not a lot of semi-auto guns that are actually really good. In Black Ops 2, there was the FAL, which was really good. In Black Ops 2, there was the FAL. Yeah, I said that. But for other guns, I'm doing terrible. We're gonna have to pull this one out. For yeah, Advanced Warfare, there's not really semi-auto guns. Their trigger stops are basically something they put on your triggers. So you really don't need to push the triggers all the way down. Microsoft just does that. So they just they kind of took advantage and took that off. Can't get this guy. Hold up. Where are you at? And yeah, so I think you can have a slight advantage over that. And I don't use it for Advanced Warfare or anything, so yeah. Another thing are Astro gaming headsets or surround sound headsets. They can be a bit pricey, and which I say that they are pretty good. It depends on what you like to do. The only reason why I would probably prefer them is so you can hear your enemies' footsteps, and that's what most pro players need, to hear their enemy footsteps, to see where they're coming from. It does help. You might not realize it, but it does. Especially in Advanced Warfare with all the exo boost and jumps, you can hear the little kind of exo. And to me, that does help me a lot, but it's up to you. Astro A40s do vary. They're about 250 or 200. It can be from 200 to $350. They're pricey for what they are, but I guess if you want, that's only if you include the mix amp and all that. I know the A40s, you don't have to buy them with the mix amp, but that's how you kind of use them, so yeah. And the Scuf gaming controllers, I didn't really say, but if for the 360 kind of vary $114 to $200 or just $100 to $200, 230 or so. And that's pricey too. All the stuff I'm saying is pricey, so yeah. Another thing, which I don't really have a set opinion on because I don't have them. I used to. I only use them for a certain amount of time. And those are control freaks. If you ever heard of control freaks, some big YouTubers like Chaos X Silencer and T Martin, they're sponsored by Control Freaks. Basically, they're like these little tiny grips that you put on your thumbsticks, and they help your aim. They have different variations of them, and I don't really use them, so I can't say much about them. But when I did use them, to me, they're just, it takes time to get used to. And I wouldn't say that it messes up my aim, because my aim's not that good in the first place. But it certainly does, like, take some time to get used to. You're not gonna get it in 1, 2, 3 unless you're a really, really fast learner and you at least had some experience with it. But yeah, so those are control freaks. They vary from like $10 to $20. They're not that expensive for what they are, I guess. But those are pretty cool. And then also something that I have, a gaming monitor, and it depends on, like, I play Call of Duty, so gaming monitor, you might not see a big difference with them, but for me they are a big difference. And the difference between a monitor and a TV, you might say, oh, it's it's better to play on a big TV. You can see everything. It might be to you, but for a competitive player, it's really not, because you can't really, I mean, it's better to play on a big TV if you want, but for a smaller TV, it's like you got more control. You can see the minimap without moving your head everywhere, and that's kind of a cool thing. And then there's this thing called response time. And all TVs or monitors or anything you use have it. They all have a response time, either good or bad. And what a response time is for, like, consoles is how fast it takes for your TV to do the action you're doing on the controller. If you press the shooting button, it might take a millisecond, or it might take 10 milliseconds. And you're like, milliseconds? Well, don't you mean seconds? No, milliseconds. They're shorter than seconds. You might not be able, you're like, ah, milliseconds, that's nothing. But when you're playing the game, you do realize it sometimes, depending what type of player you are, unless you're used to it. I do notice it myself, so it's just not like, I don't see it at all when I switched from a flat screen TV, which may have a 8 millisecond to like a 15 millisecond, to a monitor, which basically a good gaming monitor would probably be from like 1 millisecond to 5 milliseconds, my bet, or 1 millisecond to 3. I have a 5 millisecond, probably not the best, but it's cheap for what I got, and I like it. It's definitely better than a flat screen for me, so yeah. And those are the only things I can really think of on top of my head. I can try to think right now, but if you're a PC gamer, I guess a good PC will definitely help you. Less lag, be more faster, and get a good graphics card. But I'm not so much about that PC life, so I'm not so, I don't know much about it. That's basically all I can really think of. I thought this game was going to be quick since it's Momentum, and Momentum goes by quick. I thought it would, but we're so close to the Momentum. Where these guys are. There's one, there's one. But yeah, so let me know some of your top favorite gaming products that you like. The ones I have a Scuf controller for my 360. I have a Astro A40 gaming headset, all black. You probably seen it in my gaming setup, but if you didn't, then yeah. I have a Samsung 21.5 inch monitor. But I say like how big a monitor should be. I would say 21.5 inch to like 27 inch max, because that's pretty big. I use 21.5, and yeah. And I also do not use control freaks, but the ones I had for a certain amount of time were the Vortexes. I'll try to link all those websites down below, that way you can go check them out yourselves. And you can do all sorts of customizations. And the Scuf gaming controller, it's actually, it's allowed at events and all of that. It's not like a modded controller or anything. That's all allowed, and don't worry about that. But Yeah, so let's just finish off this gameplay. Let's try to get him. 34 kills. I hope you guys are liking my new series, Road to Grandmaster. I really do like doing those videos, the struggles. I might make one after this. It depends, because I'm all recording this for Sunday, so I can actually have them ready. Not Sunday, for the week, because I can't play during the week, so yeah. Wow, I didn't even see him on the ground there. Try to get 40 kills. I doubt I can do it. I doubt I can do it. I doubt it. Wait, shoot. Oh, I got it. Yes, I got the 40 bomb. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I know it was a pretty long video, but I just want to put that out there. And yeah, have a great day, guys. Have a great week. And that's it, basically.